Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a really massive phenomenon in the wellness space. We're talking about FitTuber's wildly popular 30-minute daily yoga routine. You know, if you've been feeling that constant, overwhelming crush of our fast-paced modern lifestyle, the endless notifications, sitting hunched at a desk all day, well, this explainer is going to break down exactly how this highly structured routine acts as the perfect antidote to all of that. We're going to look at the exact science and the underlying structure behind why it works so incredibly well. Okay, let's dive right in. So, with so much unpredictability surrounding the world right now, how do we actually channel our energy to make the body healthy and the mind calm? And, do it all in just 30 minutes. It sounds like a pretty tall order, doesn't it? But what's really fascinating about the source material we're looking at today is that it positions this very specific 30-minute window not just as some quick workout, but literally as your ultimate daily anchor. It's this incredibly efficient use of time that's meant to completely ground you, both physically and mentally.
So, how exactly do we get to that state of absolute calm and health? Well, here's our roadmap. We're going to start with preparation and warm-up. Then we'll move into the dynamic movement of the sun salutation. After that, we target our modern aches with asanas for modern lifestyles. Then we harness the power of pranayama. And finally, we wrap it all up with the final cool-down.
Starting off with Step 1, preparation and warm-up. Obviously, before jumping into any intense physical activity, setting the proper foundation is absolutely key. So the routine kicks off with something called sukshma vyayama. Now, for those of you who might be new to the terminology, these are traditional yogic warm-up exercises that are actually directly mentioned in the ancient scriptures. It's not just about getting your heart rate up haphazardly, right? It's a very deliberate practice. It's about systematically and safely readying your joints and your muscles for the physical work ahead so that you don't risk any injury. It's basically the essential stepping stone for the whole routine.
Which brings us to Phase 2, the sun salutation.
Now that the body is prepped and those joints are nice and lubricated, the physical energy really starts to surge. And the absolutely crucial point here is the number 12. You see, the sun salutation isn't just one static stretch. It's this single, powerful, flowing practice that actually strings together 12 distinct physical asanas. It's a completely comprehensive sequence that activates your entire body in one continuous moving loop. It is basically the ultimate full-body activator.
Moving right along to Section 3, asanas for modern lifestyles.
Now we shift our focus to specific postures designed to combat the exact ailments born from our, let's be honest, incredibly sedentary, screen-heavy modern lives. If you're sitting in a desk all day and struggling with digestion, Pawanmuktasana, which is the gas release pose, is your specific fix for acidity and gas. Dealing with modern spine and back pain from terrible posture, you're going to want to use Markatasana, the monkey pose, which specifically targets those exact back and spine issues. And if your goal is to reduce that stubborn belly pouch and really tone up your abdominal muscles, Naukasana, the boat pose, is your go-to move. It is just so wildly practical.
Building on that targeted relief, let's look at the next three solutions. Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand, is just an absolute powerhouse. The source actually notes it's helpful for almost every single body part. Then we have Baddhanasana, the butterfly pose, which goes way beyond simple stretching to target and aid with PCOD and prostate health. Finally, we have Mandukasana, the frog pose, which is highlighted as the absolute best posture for managing diabetes. What I absolutely love about this is that it acts almost like a physical pharmacy. There is literally a specific movement for a specific modern problem.
All right, shifting gears a bit for Section 4, the power of pranayama.
We have extensively worked the physical body, so let's shift our focus and turn inward toward internal regulation and the breath. Pranayama consists of yogic breathing exercises specifically designed to regulate your life force. But what is truly fascinating here is how you actually start. Before the deep breathing even begins, this phase initiates with 3 rounds of Om chanting. Why? Well, because this chanting creates very subtle internal vibrations within the body. It effectively tunes your internal instrument, making your physical body completely ready to receive the breathwork that's about to follow.
And here is where the incredible cause and effect narrative of this breathing sequence really shines. Just look at how logically this flows. First, Phase 1, Bhastrika energizes the body and boosts your immunity. Next, Phase 2, Kapalbhati involves rapid exhalations that push out trapped, excessive air from the digestive tract. Now, because that tract is completely cleared out, you move right into Phase 3, Agnisar, which can now effectively strengthen the digestive system. Following that is Phase 4, Jalandhar Bandh, which is miraculously beneficial for beating addictions of both the body and the mind. And finally, Phase 5, Shitali, the cooling breath, which is an absolute must to cool down body heat, especially during those sweltering summer months. It's just a perfectly engineered logical progression.
So after all that highly active breath work, the pace slows down significantly. We arrive at anulom vilom, or alternate nostril breathing. The source highlights this technique's almost miraculous capability to instantly calm the mind. It literally has the power to pull the practitioner out of their chaotic, noisy daily thoughts and place them directly into a calm, deeply meditative trance state. It's that moment where you stop doing and you just start being.
Notice the massive contrast in the journey we've been on so far. We spent the first half of this routine focused on physical asanas, which target bodily elements, joints, and internal organs. But contrast that with the peak of our breathwork, Brahmari, the bee breath. This is described as the ultimate exercise for your brain. It directly addresses the mind's ailments, curing stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, anger issues, and weak concentration. It even physically stimulates the pineal and pituitary glands. The physical asanas healed the body, and the bee breath heals the brain. It is complete, holistic coverage.
And finally, we reach Section 5, the final cooldown.
We have officially reached the final phase of our 30-minute journey together. Let's really ground ourselves as we look at how to properly conclude this intense physical and mental practice. Because, the conclusion itself isn't just an afterthought. It's a carefully designed mini-sequence all on its own. Step 1. You simply rub your hands together. Now, this isn't just to generate physical heat. It specifically activates key acupressure points in your palms after all the energy you've just cultivated throughout the routine. Step 2, you surrender completely into Shavasana. You just lay flat on your back, completely still, allowing the body to rapidly cool down and quietly absorb all the amazing benefits of the 30-minute routine you just completed. Which leaves us with this final, really powerful thought. If 30 minutes can physically reset your body and mentally rewire your brain, what is stopping you from starting tomorrow? It is an incredible testament to the structured value of this daily routine. We've seen exactly how it works today, piece by piece from the joints to the organs right up into the brain. The logic is totally there. The only thing left is for you to try it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.